conversion efficiency based on the output AC power to the input DC power. Input DC power, we are not going to get pure DC because the device will turn on based on the input sinusoidal signal only. So based on from that we are going to find the input power whenever the device is on, VCC into the nature of the this signal average current, both has to be multiplied, that is a one device power, but we have two device, so we are using 2 into the nature of the signal, the average power. We can say that for the half cycle this Im by pi, so we are having power DC equal to VCC into 2 Im by pi. But AC signal already we will know that Vm into Im by 2. So Vm peak value of the output signal is VCC. So again Im converted into peak value, again VCC. So VCC is required by 2 RL. So both we are substituted. Finally, we are going to get pi by 4. That means 78.5% we are getting. This is the complementary symmetry class B amplifier because two transistors are used in the different way. That means two different type of transistor. One is NPN transistor for conducting during positive cycle, PNP transistor for conducting during negative cycle. Okay. One more type based on same kind of transistor also. If you use same kind of the transistor, we can achieve the class B operation with a complete cycle. See here, same here also similar way, but here transformer used at the input side because output load is isolated from the input side with the help of ideal transformer. Same thing here also transformer is there. Here center tap transformer is there. You can see here same way, but here two transistors are same transistor. This is also NPN. This is also NPN transistor. Because arrow you can see. But in the PNP transistor arrow we made it inside and it is away from the emitter terminal. So both transistors are NPN transistor only. You can see here same circuit, but what we are doing here, simple way, here we are not providing any same circuit only. If you apply the transistor here, you can transformer coupled class A we were discussed, right? Same here, emitter terminal we are giving negative voltage, collector side we are giving the positive terminal via, in the place of RC we are using inductor. Here you see via like that it is connected. So collector is connected with the positive. Same here. Here also what? NPN transistor only. So NPN transistor means emitter terminal has to be connected to the negative terminal of the battery and collector terminal has to be connected. Collector terminal has to be connected positive terminal of the battery, right? Same way, collector terminal is connected via positive terminal battery with help of one coil. This coil is mutually coupled with load. That's it. Same, this is also class B only because if you are not providing the input signal, this transistor won't turn on. Only the DC voltage is applied only what? Applied only collector emitter to collector terminal only. So here what will happen? At the base side, there is no biasing voltage, is grounded. So what they are doing, they are providing the input side voltage with help of one transformer, ideal transformer. That means center tap transformer. So input applied as AC signal. Here this directly short and center point is grounded. Tapped transformer, center tapped transformer. So what will happen? This can be called as phase splitter. What will happen? We already discussed about a center tap transformer because input is common between two transistors, but in the above transformer, above winding, above transistor get the signal in phase with the input primary signal. That means in phase. In phase means what is the nature of the signal? 0 degree phase shift means here also 0 degree phase shift and like this. But in the other secondary side and down winding, this will be winding 2 will be in phase, sorry, out of phase with the input signal. That means it will be like this. phase splitter, phase changer. So below winding, secondary winding, input signal will be 180-degree out of phase with the primary side input signal. So same, because here both are using NPN transistor. So the transistor will turn on only during positive cycle of the input, negative cycle of the input, transistor goes to up state. See here, that's why it is called as phase splitter. During positive cycle of the transistor, transistor 1 will turn on. So what will happen? The nature of the current flow from the positive terminal of the battery to collector like this. Current flow will be like that. So what will happen? This current is mutually connected with the load. So what is the current flow through the load? This direction. Direction of the current due to the transistor 1 current. Transistor 1 current, I can say this is the current flow through the load due to the transistor 1. So during positive cycle of the input, transistor 1 is forward bias, transistor 2 is reverse bias, because phase splitter change the phase of the input signal of the transistor 2. So it is a off state. This is on state. So what is the current flow through the circuit? Like that, collector to emitter. So what is the current through the load? Like this. What about the negative cycle? Negative cycle of the input, transistor, this 1 goes to off state, transistor 2 is on. So what will happen? Transistor 2 is on, transistor 1 goes to off state, there is no current flow here. Current is 0, I is 0, output current is 0. What about the current flow? Supply like this. Correct? Huh? Positive terminal of the battery to collector, collector to emitter, again circulate. So what is the current flow to the load? Like this. So current flow mutually connected. So current flow will be in the opposite direction. So during this is due to the transistor 2. Due to the transistor 2, we are getting the output voltage like that. Due to the transistor 1, voltage waveform is like that. So we are going to get the sinusoidal nature. This is also named as class B amplifier, but here they are using same type of transistor. Both are here NPN transistor only. For achieving the full cycle, we are going to use the transformer on the both side. Okay. So our output side transformer is not center tapped, only input side primary side, input side of the transformer only center tap transformer we are using. Such a way that we can able to design the class B amplifier. Now, what is the problem in the class B amplifier? Class B amplifier, the major problem is crossover distortion. We are getting complete output cycle with help of complementary arrangement or with help of push-pull arrangement. That means when this transistor is on during positive cycle of the input, the same positive cycle of the input, this transistor goes to off state, pulled into off, that has to be pushed into on. So this process is repeated, but this is the same nature of the transistor are used both side, two circuit, but in the complementary type of class B, one is NPN transistor, one more is PNP transistor. What is the major disadvantages in the output nature of the class B, either complementary type or push-pull type? What is the problem? It is a problem is the crossover distortion. What is the crossover distortion? Because we know that in ideally we will consider all the transistor is a lossless transistor, but practically when you are taking that transistor has some cut-in voltage as base to emitter, correct? So even whatever the NPN transistor or PNP transistor, it needs some voltage to break the junction. That means voltage is required between these to turn on that. That voltage is called as cut-in voltage or breakover voltage, right? So even if it is enter the positive cycle, we were discussed during positive cycle of the input, the transistor 1 is on, but we know that as soon as enter into the positive cycle, the device will not turn on immediately, because device requires some point voltage, 0.7 voltage to turn on the base to emitter. So minimum voltage required to turn on the transistor T1 is 0.7. Until this input signal is reached to the 0.7 voltage, your device will be off state. So what will happen? Beginning your device is even the positive cycle, input is this cycle, input nature, but your output is not turned on immediately. It will take some time, because it required to maintain the 0.7 at base 2 emitter. So some of the voltage is clipped off. After that, it will make goes to on. Even the negative cycle, what will happen immediately? The transistor 2 will not turn on. So it will take some time because the cut-in voltage should satisfy. So after that only this. So this is actually non-linear behavior of the transistor. As soon as you are given the input signal to the input side of the transistor, you will not get the output at the output side because transistor need minimum to break the cut-in voltage. Understand? So this will create the distortion in the output side. For avoiding this distortion, we are going with what? Class AB amplifier. Class AB amplifier. Next power amplifier is class AB power amplifier. You can see that same complementary type of class B amplifier only. Same here. You can see the structure. This is a NPN transistor. This is a PNP transistor. Okay. But what I told you, if I give the signal as it is, same working behavior as same during positive cycle of the input, this transistor may turn on. During negative cycle of the input, this transistor may turn on. And at the same time, during positive cycle, this goes to off state. During negative cycle, this goes to off state. Getting my point? But what is the difference between class A, class B, and class AB? Class A, your class A amplifier, the operating point is exactly at center of the active mode. This is a class A. Class B is what? Operating point exactly at cutoff point, cutoff mode. That means transistor should be maintained the off state. This is class B. What about the class C amplifier? Class C amplifier, it is not on center of the active mode. It is not on exactly on cutoff mode. It is lightly above from the cutoff mode. That means this area. This is class AB. Getting my point? Why it is class AB? What is the class B? Class B, we are not provided any bias signal, DC bias signal to base, right? To base, right? That is why transistor was maintaining the off state, correct? But for that only half of the portions were retained, remaining half of the portion is completely clipped off. But class AB is not like that. Because of this class B, we are getting the crossover distortion because of nonlinear behavior of the transistor, because immediately transistor will not turn on as soon as you are given the input. That is why it is not providing the complete sinusoidal nature output. But for avoiding that, we are maintaining the transistor before applying the signal itself to maintain the on state. That is why we are applying what? Biasing voltage. Small DC signal we are applying between base. We are applying small DC signal to the base. This signal around 0.7 volt. When you are applying the 0.7 volt, the device is maintain the on state. Here also you are applying the negative 0.7. Correct? Their positive 0.7 voltage you have to apply, here negative 0.7 voltage you have to apply. If you apply means, what is the meaning? Your device is not goes to off state. Is not goes to off state means your device is not in the cutoff mode. So your device is not in the cutoff mode and your device is not completely in the active mode. So that is why small amount of voltage is given means your device is now just on, it is little away from the cutoff mode. Correct? That is why it is near to the cutoff mode. So this is your operating voltage ICQ. This is your ICQ. This is your VCEQ. Now you are applying the AC signal to it such a way that what will happen? This crossover distortion will be avoided. As soon as your input signal, positive signal is entered, the nature of the signal is like this: input signal with respect to angular frequency. This is the input signal. As soon as positive signal is entered, your output voltage to the transistor 1 is, as soon as given the signal, like this: negative cycle clipped off, positive cycle on, negative cycle clipped off. So what about this one, transistor 2 with respect to angular frequency? Transistor 2 output voltage would be during positive cycle, transistor would be off state, negative cycle transistor will be on, positive cycle off state, negative cycle on. So combination of that will be your load, correct? RL. Getting my point? So such a way that if you use the arrangement like this, then this nature is called as class AB amplifier. So it is between class A and class B, and it have the advantages, that means the efficiency also between this nature. That means the efficiency of the class A amplifier is 25%, and the efficiency of the class B amplifier is around 78.5%, but the efficiency of the class AB amplifier between 25% to 78.5%. Between this range only it will be there. It will not more than the 78.5%. It will not less than the 25%. Getting my point? So what should be the output nature of the class AB amplifier? If you are giving the input signal is like this, only what will happen? This nature, your current also, this can maximum it can go, only positive portion will be completely retaining. What about the negative portion? Negative portion only half of the some half portion will be retained. Positive portion completely retaining as it is. Negative portion some portions will be retained. Some of the portion, that means if you see that this is a negative portion, only this much portions will be retaining. What about this much portion? Other portions, this portion will be clipped off. So the nature of the waveform we can say like this, and this is the positive, negative portion only this much. Positive portion, negative. Same thing, current nature also, positive portion as it is, negative portion this much. Because below the part, cut off part, so off state, that means your output is 0. This is the nature of the class AB power amplifier. How can we calculate the efficiency of the class AB power amplifier? So already we were discussed the efficiency calculated with help of conversion efficiency eta percentage equal to power AC divided by power DC. Okay, AC power is a sinusoidal nature only. So if I say that Vm Im by 2, your DC power is VCC into 2 types of IC Im by 5. But here it will vary. Suppose your Q point, we can't say that if your Q point where you are locating exactly. If you are moving your Q point towards to cutoff mode, then this can be Vm value will change according to that. Your Q point is varying exactly at center of the active mode. Your Vm become VCC by 2. Correct? Because that is the Vm value of this one. Which one? Class A power amplifier. Suppose your Q point is comes to near cutoff mode, then your Vm become VCC. Based on your Vm value where you are locating, based on your Vm value, you may get 25% as efficiency, because we are locating the Q point in between class A power amplifier for Q point and in class B power amplifier Q point. So your class AB power amplifier, based on your locating Q point, you may get 25%, or if you slightly increase lesser than that towards to class B low Q point area, then it goes on increases. Exactly, finally, if you kept your Q point as in the area of the class B Q point, you may get as 78.5. There is no other possibility of your percentage will increase above from 78.5 and below from 25%, right? So that is the region the class AB should be operated. So class AB, it consists of advantages of class A as well as class B power amplifier. At the same time, the efficiency of the class AB power amplifier depends on where you are locating exactly at very near to the Q point, or exactly keeping the operating area of the class B, or exactly you are keeping the operating area of the class A. Based on that, your efficiency also vary from 25% to 50%. Okay. So remaining topic we'll discuss in the next class. Almost this module is getting end. We will discuss any related problems. I will make a video, I will send to you, and next class we'll discuss about module 4. That means there also it is a feedback amplifier only, and the half of the module already we were discussed in this chapter only. Feedback amplifier, like 4 topologies, and what is the gain of the feedback amplifier. All those things we were discussed in this module very clearly with practical and ideal cases. Same only half of the module completely related with that only. How it will extend the bandwidth, how the frequency it will improve, all those things of the module 4. It is the module 3 what we are discussed same only, but there we are going to use the operational amplifier, here general amplifier. But block diagram representation of the operational amplifier and transistor both will be the transistor kind of amplifier, both are same. So there also block box representation only to derive all those things. If you have any queries, you can ask now. If you have any queries, you can ask me. 1 minute. Any queries? Any doubt? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, you will continue in the next class. Okay. Any doubt, we can ask in the next class. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.